Why, hello there, my fellow nerds. Today I'm just going to briefly show you how to play as Spain and ST2. Now, Spain is one of the weak countries, so I figured that some people may have some difficulty playing as Spain. This is going to be extremely brief and easy, and if you're an experienced player, I do not believe that this video can offer you any assistance, but if you're a new player, then I can help you, I guess. Now, to my mistake, I did start this recording way after I played the whole thing. Instead of recording my gameplay, I'm recording right after I do all of this shit. So, this is going to be brief. I'm just gonna talk about what to do at the beginning, understood? Okay, so missions for Spain they are quite simple, not gonna lie. They are short, so I don't expect the average player to play this long. Okay, anyway, let's just get into the topic. So first, what you have to do is there will be Portugal around this area, right? Yeah, around this Porto, Lisbon, and just that general area. There's going to be Portugal. What you need to do is first get all of your troops next to Portugal and invade Portugal. Now, even if you're a new player, that is going to be easy. So I don't think that you'll have much difficulty. Right after that, what you're going to need to do is you will gonna have some navy at this South Bay of Biscay. Now get that navy to around coast of Faro, okay, that area, and you will also have navy around this area, the Balearic Sea, coast of Algiers or something like that, also the Gulf of Almeria. Now get those navies to right next to America's navy, okay? They will be around this area, around the sea. Get your fleet next to them and prepare. Get your strong ships and prepare. Now, after you do that, you just have to split your force in two, send half of them next to France around this area, and send half of them over here at this Ceuta and Villa San Giulio, like this area, okay? And if you're feeling extra fancy, I highly suggest you to get your troops around Ibiza and Malora, Mallorca around this area as well, so you can invade France, understood? Okay, that is if you're doing the long run, for the long term, or just need a few more provinces. If you're doing that, then I suggest you to do that. After you get all of your forces around here, the technology side of things, the very first things that you have to research are these two. Obviously, everyone knows that. Duh. Yeah, you need to get these two. Okay, so if you're going for the long run, I highly suggest you to get these ones as well, because in the long run they will assist you greatly. But because that I'm so stupid, I didn't got them. Okay, right after you get these two, I suggest you to get some of these, like 3 of these. Now, you don't have to get all of them at once, okay? You can just get one of these, just this one, or this one. Get one of these and then research on the infantry side of things, or just rush these ones. The choice is at your hand, but I still suggest you to get all 3 of these. After that, what you have to do is get to the infantry. Now, for infantry, it is very important that you get these 5. Again, if you're going for the long run, I suggest you to also get these 2 because they help. But because, again, I'm an idiot, so I didn't got them. But at the beginning, these 5 are fine. Okay. After you don't have to get all of them at once. You can just like research one of these and then start researching other different things. Again, the choice is at your hand. But the next thing that I suggest you to get is, oh god, I forgot. What was I about to say? Ah, yes. So the next thing that I suggest you to get is one of these. Just one of these, okay? Get one of these, start research. Just get to these ones as soon as possible. you don't need this one because you can't get this one. Just research this night because you'll need a lot of things. After that, and this is really important, and you can technically research this ones before you research the tank. I mean, you probably should do that because these ones are going to be much more short but effective. But just get it, okay? Now, after you do the research for the artillery, what I suggest you to do is go for the Air Force. Now, what you need to research on the Air Force is just research until you reach the improved advanced level 2 and suspended armaments. God, my English is terrible. Just get to these ones and done. And from the diplomatic research, either way, if you want it or not, the game is going to tell you to research 3 from this. So you're going to research these 3 either if you want it or not. But if you're going for the long run, again, you'll highly need the long-term agreements level 2. Because you'll be needing to do a lot of propaganda against your enemy. For example, there will be a France over here, right? Yes. While you're invading him, you also need to send propaganda. Why? So there. God, I forgot. Anyway, I'm back. Okay, so you'll be invading France, right? And while you're invading him, you're going to need to send him lots of propaganda so you can lower their war support. If the war support is low enough, they will just shatter, just fall apart simply, okay? That'll just happen. You need that to happen as soon as possible. Why? Because France also holds a lot of province around this area, okay? And you'll need to invade it. And they might revolt, so in order to make them not revolt, you're gonna need to invade them, make them fall as soon as possible. That's the general strategy. And you'll just go over here, invade, blah 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 blah. And eventually you'll face borders with the Britain at these borders, okay? That will happen. Now, once that eventually happens, there's something that you will need to do, something extremely important. Very, very important. Britain will have a massive navy power around this area, and especially at this English canal. And that is not good for you because you'll need to have your force around these provinces, and if you have ships over here, he can bombard your troops, and that is not good. You can use air, you can use your planes to bombard the ships, but Britain will also have airplanes around here at Dover, so they can just easily protect against your plane and rather do damage to you. That'll be extremely bad. So what you'll need to do is remember when I told you to have a good amount of fleet around this area because America will have their fleet over here. Yeah, so you will get all of those ships and get them to around this area, this channel approach, North Bay, like this area, okay? You'll need to get there. Why? So you can get your strongest ships into one fleet and just make them rush into the English Canal. Now, there's a very high chance that there will be a ship blocking them around the Wash and Wadensee and Mount of the Thomas. Around this area there will be a ship blocking their escape. So you'll have an easy chance at just crushing them. After you kill them, it's going to be a lot more easy because British have a lot of artillery and airplanes, and they do be rather lacking on the ground infantry side of things. So if you just play it a bit smartly, you can easily crush him. Now, after British fall, British will fall. they will they will be more likely be in war with Germany and Italy. So when they eventually do fall, the sad thing is there's a good chance that Italy will get province around this area of Britain, and he will claim the all of the colonies in the Africa of Britain. That is rather bad, but not the end of the world. Now, after British, America, and France fall, you'll have a good amount of troops like this. Well, not like this, much more rather back, but you're still going to have tons of troops. Now, in that case, you have two options: be a reasonable person and just end the mission, just press here and end it, or be an idiot like me and continue to play. I do not suggest the latter of the option, but it is possible. Also, why the fuck am I making this video? By the way, I am making this video for my friend. I just simply decided, hey, let's just turn this into a YouTube video. That's it, okay? That's it. Well, if you are unlucky enough to watch this video, first of all, thank you. Second of all, I'm sorry for you have to suffer through this. Third of all, the Waffle House has found its new host.